We off?
30 seconds of carefree bliss.
Oof, like wind in your hair carefree.
Oh, like using Clorox Disinfecting All-Purpose Cleaner in the home carefree.
Yes!
Like dog slobbing on the coffee table and cleaning it with Clorox Carefree.
He's on a roll now.
Spit toothpaste on the faucet.
You got it. You got it.
Peanut butter on the light switch.
Oh, spritz, spritz.
Spritz, spritz. Clorox, man. Clean feels good.
Okay, we're back.
Use as directed.
Hello and welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Current.
I am Neftali Morales.
Yeah, Neftali's here. Hi.
Hello.
That's a great name.
Neftali.
Neftali Morales.
Thank you.
It just flows.
The only one I know.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I've never met a Neftali.
I run into them periodically, or it's always somebody who knows of one. Like, I've met one before, and I was like, where are they?
I've met one of you. I must destroy. Then
Yes.
you must destroy them.
Yes, you must destroy them. Neftali and I worked together for Generation Latinx. So that's kind of how we
Yes.
met there at
Okay.
I.O. And now you're doing all these crazy things, performing all over the place, right?
This is true. This is true.
That's wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about Hallmark and your experience with Hallmark.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
watch these movies at all?
You know, I will say in the past, I've seen them as, you click through and then like, oh, I will leave the channel here for a time.
Sure.
And then I think last year was a year I was like, oh, I'm going to actively seek one out and not happen upon it. And I watched it, and it was okay. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, this wasn't as good as I remember though. But, I wasn't like, I'm done with all of them from now on. I was just like, I need to probably research a little bit more and maybe find a podcast that like rates them so I can use that.
There you go. That's
Well,
what we're here for.
that's what we
you
do.
found it. Here we are. So today we're going to talk about Road to Christmas.
Oh, Road to Christmas.
Drew, if
Okay.
you're looking this up on IMDb, you'll want to look it under My Three Wise Men. That was the original title.
Oh,
And Hallmark changed it to Road to Christmas.
That's a little. Yeah, it's a little too. I know. Hallmark likes to go into. They can delve into the Jesus world.
Yes,
but
that's a little too biblical.
that's a little too much.
it's 200. I think you got to get the person
Was
in
it
the door.
three?
My Three Wise Men.
Yeah.
Like my three dads.
My three dads.
Yeah, I think you got to get the person in the door and then hit them with the Holy Ghost. I think that's
Yes.
what's the strategy.
Also, Drew, I will note that the men in this movie, they're brothers, and their last name's Wise.
Oh, so
So
they're actual brothers.
That's why it's called My Three Wise Men. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But we'll get there.
they're
We'll
not
get
actual brothers. They're brothers in the movie.
there. They're brothers. Yes, they're brothers in the movie. Yes. Okay, so let's just jump right in. So we have Maggie. She's our protagonist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's blonde. She's kind of beautiful. And she. Oh, I didn't say who was in it. Jessy Schram is the female protagonist, and Chad Michael Murray from One Tree Hill is the male protagonist.
Oh, she was in Once Upon a Time, the show.
Yeah.
And she's also been in Mad Men. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, I recognize her now.
That's where I've seen her before. Then okay, I was like, she looks familiar, but then I don't know if it's maybe this is one of those where
She just looks like everybody.
looks like a type that like everybody
yeah,
casts.
like a blonde white woman. Yeah.
Okay, so Maggie is a TV producer, and she works for like a Martha Stewart type, and the Martha Stewart lady is named Julia Wise.
Okay.
Okay, and everyone loves her at her job. She's very busy. She's producing like a live Christmas event, and she's not able to make it home, like because she's working on Christmas, and her family like loves Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so she like goes down to the lobby, and this handsome stranger is like talking to her, and he's like, "Hey, there's mistletoe. Isn't that an HR like disaster?" And she's like, "Okay, why are you talking to me? This is weird. You're a creep." And like they get into like a conversation about like
I wonder how many people use that line.
right.
Be like, it's mistletoe. It's an HR.
What was her reply? Her reply was something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, it's never a problem though. Like
Right.
we know this is."
Well, no, just because you're under a mistletoe does not mean you have to kiss
Yeah.
someone there's a
Especially in 2018, okay?
because we're human beings.
Yeah.
We have to.
Consent.
Where you're just like, you look up, you're like,
Oh, it's mistletoe again.
do I have to kiss this person next
It's
to me?
not a
It's
contract.
the rules of Christmas.
It's a Christmas rules.
So they're talking, and he's like very like pro traditional Christmas. Again, we were talking about this in another episode. Like he's about traditional Christmas. She is about Christmas with a twist. Who's right? Who's wrong? They were like getting in an argument, and then she gets called up by Julia Wise to go up to her office because she has something to talk to her about. Turns out the network is not happy with this Christmas live episode that's coming, and they want something different.
Oh.
So Julia's bringing in her son, Danny. So in comes Danny. Who is it? The stranger from before.
Oh, the creepy guy from
The
before.
creepy guy before.
Yep.
And they're like, she's like, what are you doing here? She's so shocked, you know?
Yeah, and it was so strange watching because I was like, okay, well, I mean, I read the description and I was like, okay, like I was like, okay, that's who this is going to be. This is going to be this, son. And then I was like, but still, it seemed like I was like, all right, I like you see it coming.
Totally. And it's like she was way too shocked for like, okay, then it would be like that guy was there. He said he had a meeting with Julia Wise. Like, we can piece it together.
Yeah, that's not too far. It's not
Right.
like,
Yeah,
I was like, you're that guy that was in the lobby
I
in
mean,
the waiting?
if he did just like kiss her, that would be weird. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
You're right. You're right. That would be amazing.
But yeah.
So Danny and Maggie are like working together, and they have to go to Vermont for the big show. But they come up with an idea to produce live segments like throughout town. So they're in Los Angeles right now because they work in TV, but they have to go to Vermont where Julia Wise's like country home is.
Of course.
And so they're going to drive across country together, and with like a celebrity. There's like a celebrity person who's like the one person of color like in the office, and she's like, I'm the celebrity. So they start
They do like a road trip.
yep.
and they're gonna produce these segments, and they don't have a crew. They don't have a film crew. He brought a camera.
Yeah, that part, like, I know enough about recording and
Yes.
film that I was like, oh, okay, cool. They're gonna go on a road trip. I was like, when are they gonna start? I was like, oh, they've started.
And it was like a little camera.
Yeah,
Just like a little handheld camera. And they like go to a Christmas tree farm or something, and they're like recording.
So they're
and-
recorded like the road trip.
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that part of the thing is a road. Okay, because I was gonna be like, why did?
That's why it's
unless,
called Road to Christmas.
yeah. They're hitting all these sort of.
Because I have my three wise men. on
You
there.
forgot. You forgot.
I forgot that it was called. Road
Don't
to
worry, the
Christmas
three
already.
wise men will come.
Okay.
Well, they pick them up along the way.
Yes.
I think they're trying to. What is it? They're trying to visit these sort of like postcard settings, of Christmas, and they're trying to capture.
Not a bad idea for a show.
Right. So then in the live show, they can cut away to these pre-tape segments to give Julia
yeah.
Wise a break
Good call,
from
good call.
whatever. But Maggie and her Jewish assistant, because I like looked that girl up, I'm like, she's got to be Jewish. Hallmark's trying to get a Jew in here. Hallmark's really pushing the boundaries. And the assistant's like, hey, he has brothers, and maybe Maggie's like, maybe we could reunite the brothers on the show.
Oh,
And
okay.
then Julia Wise could have all her three sons there, and it would be like great TV.
Yeah.
And the assistant's like, fine, I'm going to look up the addresses, and you're going to just have to like put it in your like Google Maps and just drive there, and don't tell Danny, so that they're keeping it a secret
Yeah.
from him. So when they get to like, they're like on the road trip, and the celebrity host gets sick. She like sneezing and like coughing, and like I thought she was faking.
That's what I thought too, and that seemed to be it. It looked like subtext that they're like, oh, we're gonna catch her out, or I'm gonna like Danny, like he was gonna fish her out, and it's like, oh no, you're dismissed. I was like, all right.
So person of color gone right away, and it's like, damn it.
Well, they did
So
have.
they just like dropped her off somewhere, or
They put her in a cab and just sent her away. We never saw her again.
cab back to
She
LA.
never came back. Yeah,
It was like, I felt like it was a chocolate chip cookie where there was people of color like sprinkled here and there, but it wasn't like a double chocolate chip cookie. It
True,
was just,
true.
They were very frugal, but they were there.
Yes, Hallmark is doing this thing now where they're sprinkling the people of color where they can. So, like, the people who were running the Christmas tree farm were like a black couple. There's like another couple later, and they're at a train station. We'll get to it. They're
And the
a
last
black
one, there was a
couple.
black doctor.
There's a black doctor.
The
So
last
they're just
one
like
we did, the
sprinkling
last
them
show.
in
Yeah.
where they're like all those random characters that don't really matter. Now they're like, well, look. We have
See?
we have black people in our movies, so
See
we're not
everything?
racist.
They're not the leads, but they're here.
Right, exactly. They're not the leads, but they're here. And that is way better than last year.
Okay.
Last year was no people of color, even extras, like just white people everywhere.
Well, there was, but they would always be like an assistant or like
Right.
someone like the help.
Oh,
and you're just like,
yeah.
jeez.
the maid.
It's a metaphor
the
for
help.
Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
No. So they do this Christmas tree thing that doesn't matter, but then they end up at Danny's brother's like house or something, and his brother's name's Derek. And Drew, you will remember from the poster when we were talking about this movie,
Yeah.
the Asian guy on
Yeah.
the poster, right?
Yeah.
That is the brother. We were right. He's the brother.
Okay.
So, person of color here. His name's Cardi Wong. He was actually a really funny actor. I liked him a lot. He is the third adopted brother of Chad Michael Murray's character.
What is he? Is he
Okay.
the third first adopted or third? Like, because there was like
Yeah, there's like Chad Michael Murray's the original son, who's like legitimately.
He's the son.
Oh, is he? I thought he was
Biological.
the
I don't
second.
think he's adopted.
Okay,
Then
I
there's
thought-
another one who's adopted, and he's like the middle child, and then
Okay.
Derek is the youngest.
Oh, okay. I thought because it looked like they were playing a game where I thought he said oldest, second adopted, or something like
I
that.
know they
or-
were saying it in a weird way that was like not helpful.
It's a lot to keep track of. The way there, I was like, all right, just
Basically, there's three brothers. One's adopted, two are not, or two are adopted, one is not.
Okay. Got it. That's kind of that's kind of risky for
Yes,
a Hallmark movie.
is.
It is. And it was funny because how they set it up. What's her name? Maggie. She goes up to the guy and she's like, "Excuse me, can you help me find Derek?" Blah blah blah, because he's Asian, and she doesn't think he's his brother.
Right.
And then Chad Michael Murray's like, "Bro." And then they like hug, and she's like, "What?" You know,
Yeah.
like, "What?
Wait,
this
what?
is so cool." You know, she's like playing it off, like, "Oh, I'm fine with this," but she was like clearly shocked, which was kind of funny. So Derek is in the town. There, he like doesn't want to like go on the road trip with them because the live Christmas thing is going
Because he has to work.
well, conveniently, he's getting on vacation the next day.
Okay.
But he doesn't want to deal with this Christmas special because it's torn their family apart,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
And like they're never together at
Like the
Christmas.
show has?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the mom's always working on Christmas, and Chad Michael Murray is just not ever around because he's producing TV and too busy.
nature television, documentarian.
Yes.
Very like romantic.
Sure. And then the two adopted brothers, just hang out together on Christmas, and that's their tradition. They made their own tradition. So
Cool.
luckily, there's a snowman relay in town. It's just what you would think, Drew. You're in a relay race with like three people say we're doing it. So I would create the bottom of the snowman. Neftali would create the middle, and then you would do the head. And it's a relay race. So whoever builds the best snowman the fastest wins.
Okay.
You assemble it, take it apart, carry it down, reassemble it.
Yes.
And it was originally, I think they said it was for children. So these three grown-ass adults are going to compete in this children's competition.
Yes. And it was actually pretty cute because like they're like building the snowman, they're like go. But then as the one person's like building the snowman, the other two are talking and they're like getting their exposition out. So it was like Maggie and the brother, and he's like, I don't want to do this because all this backstory. And then Chad Michael Murray and Maggie, and she's like, you got to get your brother to do this. It's going to be great for your mom. And then, you know, the brothers are like, hey, brothers, we're brothers.
Hey, we're brothers, remember?
Hey, we're brothers.
Hey, remember that
Hey,
we're brothers and
We're
stuff?
brothers. You were adopted, right? Okay, great.
Remember? You were adopted and we're brothers though?
I'm glad he didn't hold that over him throughout.
It's true because I hold that over my brother, and he's not even adopted. But everyone thinks he is because I tell everyone that he is. Anyways, so they of course lose the snowman contest, and Derek agreed that if they won the contest, he would go on the road trip, but if they lost, then he would stay.
Okay.
So they lost,
It's a weird
but
deal.
then he goes anyways.
Right, yeah.
So okay, That's what happens.
Okay. So
Then we
that
get
was
like
pointless.
a like graphic of like a car driving. Like
Yeah.
Hallmark spent some money for their graphic of a car.
like a map.
It took me a second
a
to
map.
figure out it was computer generated because I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "They're like pulling out very dangerous. They're gonna hit." I was like, "Oh!" And then they zoom out and I was like, "Oh, it's a giant map and a
It
toy."
was. They paid somebody to do the effects.
I wonder how much they paid for them.
I don't know, Drew. I think
My
you
price
could do
is going up,
You
though.
could do it better.
My price is going up. Hallmark.
So
I started with half. I would say if anyone can hear me, Hallmark,
Hallmark.
I will do it for half of what they paid somebody to do.
Yes.
Because the shit is easy.
And
I'll do it for half.
And it wasn't a good design. Because it was like confusing. I was like, what's happening?
They probably paid.
Too
50
much.
grand for that.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought they probably an intern that they got for like some college credit.
Right? Yes, totally.
Could be, but I feel like they paid 50 grand for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'll do it for 25 grand. Actually, I keep raising it up.
Yeah.
Every time they don't.
Exactly,
get
Drew.
me.
You know your worth.
Yeah.
So
30. I'll do 30.
payback's a bitch because Maggie is in the car. She wakes up. She's like, guys, where are we? And no one's in the car. She's like, oh my God, wait. She like looks out and she's at her house. Okay?
At her
So-
house?
Her house. So she's not the only one getting family surprises because Chad Michael Murray was like, we're going to go find her family and take her to her family's house.
Oh.
And then she goes inside and her family's like, oh my God, we're so happy you're here. We're doing White Elephant today.
It's good timing.
Good timing. And it was the whitest white elephant I've ever seen in my
It
life.
was.
Because my understanding of a white elephant is like crappy gifts.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know?
shitty,
like
like,
just like
joke
random
gifts.
things you find. No, this had like an iPad, there's like a designer purse, a skateboard,
Jeez.
I'm like, this family is rich
Yeah.
as hell.
It
Okay.
was white people trash. It was
Yeah.
Apple Store gift card run amok, and then the little girl. I felt bad because all the adults was like iPads, Apple Watch, and the girl opened up this like skateboard from Five Below. Mm-hmm. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but she was happy with it, and she was a little sassy
Yeah, she's
child
cute.
actor. I actually like that child actor, but yes, it was very. I was like, this is not a white elephant that I know. But Danny or Chad Michael Murray, I'm not going to call him by his name because it's too confusing. Because all the brothers Drew are named D names,
Yeah.
so it's like Danny, Derek, and David. Forget it. So
Forget
Chad
it.
Michael Murray is like, let's record this because this is such a family thing and it's like authentic Christmas and it's like how a family should be at Christmas. And she's like, I don't know,
Rich
like
and white.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is relatable.
Yeah. Yes. So they recorded it and it all goes well. And now we get to David's house. Okay. Let's talk about David for a minute because Drew, I lost my shit on this. Okay.
Okay.
David is the last brother of the three wise men, right?
Okay.
We pull up. We get a shot of David. He's got like owl glasses on. Like,
Okay.
like an owl.
Like Harry Potter.
He's holding a little Paris Hilton dog. Little Paris Hilton dog. You see where I'm going with this? And he's like, oh my God, girl.
Yeah.
Gay brother.
He's gay.
Yep.
Gay brother. But
But like way over
not.
the top. It's like way a little bit over
here's
the top.
here's my problem. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm happy there's a gay brother on a Hallmark movie. Okay. I'm happy about that. They didn't say he was gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gay was not said. They were like, oh, I own this place with my part. They didn't even say partner. They were like, we own it together because there was another man there.
Uh-huh.
So they own it together. That's as far as the conversation went.
Plausible deniability.
Yes.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
they're like both like soft spoken, like they're kind of like effeminate a little bit, and like they're theater majors, like all coded
Yeah.
talk. And then to top it off, they're hosting a puppy party. Okay? Now, a puppy party to straight people means something different.
Uh-oh.
But to gay people, a puppy party is something totally different.
Oh, no, I didn't even pick up on that.
Well, this is what I was like. I was like, oh my God, a puppy party? No. So I'm going to just break it down.
Yeah. Yes,
Because
break it down.
my listeners
I-
are moms. And
do know
I want to clarify that I personally am not into puppy parties or have been to a puppy party, but I know what they are because we host IML here in Chicago, which is the International Male Leather Convention. No shade on that. I haven't been, but I know that at that venue, they host a puppy party where men wear jock straps and crawl around and pretend to be puppies.
Yep.
And they wear like like leather masks. And then there's like owners to the puppies, and they like, that's a puppy party. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when the two gay guys were saying they were hosting a puppy party, I was like, oh my God.
I think somebody on the writing staff like got that one in.
So I looked it up.
Absolutely.
I looked it up because I was like, this is a gay writer. This is not a coincidence. Not a coincidence. And it is. His name's Zach Hug.
Uh-huh.
He's I think he's based in LA, and he is totally a gay writer. I followed him on Instagram today, and I like commented on his thing, and I was like, thank you for writing this. You're a genius. And
That's
like,
awesome.
that's why I was like, I wonder what Hallmark's like notes to him were. Like maybe he couldn't say that they were gay. Like they were fine like including it, but maybe they didn't want it to be explicitly clear. So he just put in like as many little things as he could
Just
to be like
boom, boom, boom,
little
boom,
Easter
boom.
eggs.
Yes.
These guys are gay. These guys are gay.
they're
These
gay,
guys are
they're gay.
Yeah.
But they didn't say that, and yeah.
Well, and
so
honestly, they didn't really need to.
no.
Yeah.
Like, because we don't, you don't go around being like,
My
I
question-
am gay. I'm a gay man. I am gay, 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 gay.
True. Well,
Yeah, see-
I mean, I do.
I mean,
See,
as you walk down the street by yourself,
Yeah.
you're just like,
He has
I'm a
a-
gay. I'm a gay.
Yeah.
as a straight man and watching this, I was like, okay, is it like, I don't know, is it like, are you supposed to like act like you're parading or like what's like fetishizing and
Sure.
or do you just be casual and just put it in there? But I'm glad he probably just got a couple dresses like, yeah, we can't do no.
Yeah.
Fourth dress, he's like, fuck it, we're putting a puppy party in here.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they asked him like, well, is a puppy party? He's like,
like,
it's
oh,
whenever people bring their puppies.
they bring their puppies.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
a traditional, Christmas event. It's very down to
It's a
earth.
fun puppy party, It's
Yeah,
just like,
just a puppy party.
it's
No
like a
worries.
play date but for puppies.
But yeah, I wasn't sure about like, is it good to have implied representation or
Yeah.
no representation at all? So I think it is good.
It's a good start.
Yeah,
It's a good start, I think.
But it's like the thing, like I would rather have this than like a total stereotype. Like
Yeah.
I'm a designer and I love fashion and I'm a gay man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about this.
Did he have a scarf?
He did.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to get in trouble now because you kind of
Because
I see you?
because I called out puppy party.
They're gonna be watching
I don't know.
him.
Hallmark does not know.
Yeah.
And Hallmark does not listen to
does
this
not
podcast.
listen to this shit?
But if they do, or someone wants to tell Hallmark that they have put a crazy sex fetish in their movie, then please, by all means, let them know. Let it be told. Okay, back to the
That's
movie.
amazing.
It is.
That's the best.
I had some serious LOLs for that.
Yeah.
So David is like, I don't want to go with you because we're having a puppy party and I got to stay for the puppy party. And he also is not into this whole live Christmas event either. So they're going back. Derek, the Asian brother, and Maggie and Chad Michael Murray, they go on a train because the airports are closed. A big snowstorm has come.
Oh, right.
So they're on the train. They get off the train. This is when we get the other like black couple of the movie, and they're sitting on a bench enjoying the snow. And they're like, "We only have one ticket, and we're 3 people because the one woman is pregnant." And they're like, "We don't know how we're gonna get home, but hey, it's Christmas, and we have hope, and we're just gonna hang out here and wait until it works out."
Okay.
And yeah, I'm like, y'all
So-
should like go to the ticket booth or something. But Derek,
Did you guys not buy another
they
ticket?
Can't you just
They
take the
did.
next one that's like
Are
30
they
minutes
well,
later?
are they implying this is a homeless black couple?
No,
they-
were.
Okay.
She had really nice gloves,
Okay.
like pink leather gloves.
But like, why would they?
I don't know.
why
it
would they
it
be
was weird.
sitting there?
Well, it was
Okay.
just the opportunity to get Derek to give them his ticket so he couldn't continue on the journey. So then it would just be Chad Michael Murray and Maggie.
Okay.
It's a plot device.
Get rid of that Asian.
Yes. So he's like, I'm just going to stay and it's fine. So they get to Vermont now. So Maggie and Chad Michael Murray are in Vermont and it's very snowy. They have to take a horse-drawn sleigh ride to Julia Wise's cabin or whatever it is in Vermont. I have no idea.
That's the only way
That's
the only way
amazing.
that you can get through the snow.
That's the tier below lift, I guess, out there is
Right.
horse-drawn carriage.
Yep. It's the only way you can get through the snow in Vermont.
Yes, and so they're there. They're like by the fire. They're reviewing the footage that they filmed on this Christmas road trip or whatever. And Julia Wise walks in and she's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" Like, oh, I don't know why she brings it up, but she's like, "Danny's not going to be with us next year. So, it's good you're like getting ideas from him, but he's only on temporarily." And Maggie's like, "What?"
I thought he was gonna die. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, she got so mad because she's like, "We've been working together. Like, you should have told me this. I thought we were a team." Mm-hmm. And he's like, I just didn't know how to bring it up, and I'm sorry. And he like tries to explain, and she tells him she's like falling like in love with him. Oh. And yeah. And then
does she indicate that at any point in time in the trip?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It was a strong like. I think going to love. That was
It's just like, hey,
they weren't on the road that long.
Right.
You're a good-looking guy. I don't know.
She hadn't seen him at his
Yes.
worst yet. She hadn't seen him get mad about it. It was, he got time.
He's okay.
So it's Christmas Eve, the night before the big Christmas live event, and Julia Wise is very stressed out because she she's like Martha Stewart-y, so she's like, I don't know if I can do this all, and I don't know why she's expected to do it all because she's like, the star of the show. She doesn't have to prep all her food and stuff. But Chad Michael Murray and Maggie,
Terrell Rothery,
yeah,
Stargate.
Yes.
Straight up Stargate.
She's great.
One of my favorite shows.
She was really good.
Stargate SG-1, man. Anyway.
It just gives them a chance to like reconnect and like work out their differences. And Danny apologizes, or Chad Michael Murray apologizes, and that's it really for that part. And okay, so now we're at the actual airtime.
Okay.
So the power cuts out right before and shuts down all the servers. I know, Drew, you love technical things, so I know this is legit. But all the pre-take segments are wiped, so they have to be re-uploaded, and the teleprompters are down. Okay?
What?
Does the checkout?
That's right? That's how tech works.
That's how technology works. No, I mean a TV, like a pro TV place.
They're at her house.
That's not how.
They're at Julia
But I mean,
Wise's
she would
house.
have like a pro crew.
Right.
Yeah. Like power going out just means like, oh,
And they have backup generators.
okay.
Just saying.
But it took a while for it to reload.
Mm-hmm,
But the thing
But
is,
you don't like upload.
I thought he was gonna pull out his camera.
Yeah. No. So Julia Wise is not good on the fly, okay? So the whole time she's like, I can't memorize lines. I don't know what I'm doing. I need that teleprompter. So they're like, you're live. You're live. And she's like, she's like freaking out. But then something snaps in her and she's like an improv wizard. She like knows all these facts and she's like talking about Christmas Carol and like all these
And this
things.
is Julia?
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's like on her show now and she's like killing it. And
Nice.
everyone's just like, what the hell?
What had happened?
So Maggie runs outside to get something. I don't know why she ran outside. And she runs into Derek and David. They've shown up.
Oh,
Yep.
they did show up.
Well, that's why she went out to get the USB drive with her little, because he had given her the segment of her parents' very opulent white elephant party,
Right.
and she was like, "I'll save. We'll put this on."
Yes.
Yeah.
So they the gay brother does like a what's it called? Oh my gosh. Jimmy Stewart Christmas movie.
Oh, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. He's like, Merry Christmas movie house. He does like that type of thing.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like, it's like a wonderful life. We showed up and we're here. And then he does like a Jimmy Stewart impression.
Oh, that's fun.
You gay stole my role.
You gay stole my role.
But I feel like
guy.
he was the like least high energy of the brother. Like the other one, he was like more. That dude was kind of a little bit of a bummer. But like they said, he was sort of like the brains of the trio.
Yeah.
And then the Asian brother, he was like. He
I
was
liked
cool.
him. He was cool.
They needed more of him.
I would chill with him.
See, I think he probably could have stolen this girl away or
Oh.
won her over. He was more charming than this.
Yes, then Chad Michael Murray, for sure. For sure. Chad Michael Murray, don't wink at me. That's dirty. You gross. I don't like
Don't
it.
wink at me, dude.
Don't wink at me. You weird. So she's like, oh my God. Okay, brothers, stay here. And she goes inside and she's like, Chad Michael Murray, I have a surprise. And she like makes out with him hardcore. Like in the middle of recording to the point where Julia Wise is like hitting her like cooking bowl. She's like mixing something. She's like, clang, 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 clang. Hello. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you kissing like right in front of me?
That was like this.
Yeah. Well,
There was like one or two times where she kind of, I was like, ooh, she's gonna lose her job, like because you couldn't. like watch. She was like she'd look, and I was like, ooh, like she's gonna lose her job over.
I mean, that's her son, and
Yeah,
they're
and, like,
working.
and chill out.
Yeah.
You could do that later.
Yeah, but I guess it's just to show that they're working together. So she takes Chad Montgomery outside, and then you hear a knock at the door. Okay, it's like knock, 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 knock. And Julia Wise is like, "What the hell? Like, who is dropping things on set?" She's like really mad. She's like mixing and like trying to be cool, but she's like, "What the fuck?" And Maggie like holds up a whiteboard. She's like, "Answer the door! Answer the door!" So Julia Wise goes to the door. She opens the door, and her 3 sons are there. And she's like, "Oh my god!" And she like hugs them. She's so happy. And I was like, you know, I don't have emotions, but if I did, this would be like where I would feel feelings, because the actress who played Julia Wise, what was her name, Drew? The actress?
Terrell Rothery, yeah.
She did excellent. She like had tears in her eyes. She like turns to the camera.
She's a great actress.
And she's like, "Audience, you don't know my sons, but they're here for Christmas, and this is all I wanted, and I swear I didn't know this was going to happen on air, and I'm just very emotional."
That's fun.
Then she really was. And she's
Yeah.
like, "I just am so happy to have my boys all together." And I was like,
Oh,
It was. I mean, because what was it? The father had passed away, and I
Of
think that
course.
was
oh yeah, of course.
the whole thing.
One
and
of the
then-
parents has to die. You can't have like a. You can't have both parents,
No.
because then it becomes that it's too much of an element to put in.
Yeah.
Of
Right.
Like, oh, I got to deal with my parents, both my parents, and the dynamics of that, and there's all sorts of dynamics. Right.
yes.
Do
So
they get along? Do they not love each other? I don't know.
They all come together, and there's a thing about Christmas music is for everyone. Is like a thing they keep saying throughout the movie, because one of the brothers, the Asian brother Derek, is not a good singer, but he like likes to play the ukulele and sing. So they all sing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" and sing like terribly off key and terrible. And
Like on purpose.
I
That's
can't
purpose.
complain.
That's
I can't
fun.
complain. I was like, you
That's
go.
great.
I loved it, because it's like we watched a movie last week where the actress was really trying to sing like Mariah Carey sang, and
Ooh,
it was
that's
like
a tall order.
It's like, no, don't do it. And this one, they're just like, we're just singing because Christmas music is for everyone, and everyone can sing Christmas music because you don't have to be a good singer. It doesn't matter.
But they didn't
Yeah.
let that brother sing. They let him play the uke, but
Oh,
he,
true.
he didn't sing.
You're right. He was really bad.
Because prior, I think the incident was they recorded him, and he was playing and singing.
He wanted to be on the live TV show.
And the brother, the oldest brother, Dan's like, no, hard pass. And that was I think that was the inciting incident where their family fell apart, and then the father died. It was
Right.
a lot. And then here was his chance, and they were like, yeah, just shut up and play the guitar, play the uke. And
Play the
that's-
uke.
You're good at that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I am. Thank you. I will.
He kept his mouth shut, like his family staying together depended on it.
Yes. And it was adorable.
Yep.
And that's the end.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Neftali, on the podcast, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you going to do to this movie?
I would say I will pour it up. It wasn't perfect, but I feel like none of these are perfect.
Oh, and they're
Sure.
not perfect.
And this one held me through, like, there was enough for me to criticize throughout. So that's sort of my metric. As long as there's something that I enjoy criticizing throughout, like, I'll watch it, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of,
That's
like,
kind of all these. I mean, when we say like, did you like it or did you not like it? Most of the time, like, if you actually,
Yeah.
probably are like, well, no, wasn't a good movie.
yeah, it wasn't
Right.
trash. I wouldn't say it was trash because I feel like they did their work. They hit all these little, sort of
Yeah.
tropes of, like,
Yeah.
a white Christmas, Vermont. I was like, all right, check mark.
Yep.
Mother cooking, check. White elephant with opulent gifts, check. They made it down my checklist. I was like, all right, yeah,
Great.
this is fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Drew, what are you going to do to this movie?
I'm going to pour it the fuck up, dude. Because I'll tell you what, this hit some tropes, like he was saying, that I love. One of them being that I very much love, getting the team back together.
Yeah.
It's a trope. It's called getting the team back
And
together.
it's a superhero thing, right?
It is.
Oh.
It's a superhero thing, but it's also like like an action movie thing too.
Like Oceans, whatever.
Yeah, like Ocean's 11, or I mean, just like any kind of just like, especially the trope of like the reluctant hero kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's going like, hey, we should get the team back together, and like you have to have someone being like, I don't do that anymore.
Right.
It's like, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it was very Avengers Civil War. They're
Okay.
like, we
Yeah,
don't do
like,
this anymore. And they
It
brought
just,
all
like,
the team
I
together.
don't do it, but they brought people to like bringing the old team, the old pack back together. But it was like with brothers, getting there, and then of course he shows up. Of course they all show up at the end. Like that's the idea. Perfect. And I like the idea. This is like road trip thing. It was very original for a Hallmark movie to me. Very original.
Wonderful. Yes. So I also am gonna pour it up for this one. Clearly for the gay brother.
That too. Yeah.
But also like Hallmark, like. Because I've been really interested in the writers for this year, because last year it was mostly the same people that they always work with, which is kind of Hallmark's thing. Like they have a stable of people that they work with, but there's been a lot of pressure from outside organizations or just like people in general just being woke as hell and just being like, hey, maybe it's time to like hire a black writer or hire a diversity, like something going on. So Zach Hogg, the writer, is a gay man who was like writing a movie and he wanted to include a gay character.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how much, wiggle room he had there, but I think it's really cool that he had the opportunity to do that. And
he probably didn't have that much wiggle room, but he wrote such a good, like, original script, Christmassy kind of thing.
Everybody had a color too, and except for him, he got black. And I thought, I was like, is this them just kind of like, all right, just to cover our ass on the coating, we'll put him in the most drab color out of everybody. Everybody's wearing the bright red and blue and green and whatnot. And we're gonna put him in black just to make sure we cover,
Right, totally. So yeah, I'm definitely pouring it up for the writing, which is rare for me to do for these type of movies.
Yeah.
And also, like, as far as like a Hallmark Christmas movie goes, this wasn't your standard storyline.
Very much
so.
So
I like that too. And I like that all the exposition wasn't in the first 10 minutes. It kind of like was delved out in a reasonable pace, like a normal movie.
Yeah.
So it was nice watching, because I was like, in the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm ready to take a million notes.
It's like, oh, there's some mystery to this. I actually don't know how this is going to turn out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I couldn't predict anything when you guys were telling me stuff.
Right.
I couldn't predict
anything. And it was
any
just
of that.
nice to, have a good family thing at the end and like have the mom just be happy her sons were there.
Yeah.
And a mother-son thing will always get me.
Oh, yeah.
Always. So, yes. Okay, well, that wraps up our conversation about Road to Christmas or Three Wise Men. But now we have our favorite segment of this week and every week. Get ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What you say? Candace Cameron Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace Cameron Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace Cameron Bure. Yeah. What you say? Candace Cameron Bure.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. What'd you say, Candace Cameron Bure?
What did she say?
What did she say? So we're about to find out. So I'm pulling her up.
I have to say, I have to turn off all of our mics.
Yes.
To not, because you want to hear the song and not us just laughing at this thing. But it's amazing.
Exactly.
We laughed the entire time.
I was like, what's going on? And then I started listening to lyrics. Like, wait a second. Oh.
Now you know. Now you get it. And that was me singing, if you weren't sure.
I could tell.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to do an Instagram clip and we'll talk about it. I don't even know what this one is, but we're going to play it right now.
Here we go.
Hallmarkies, I have bad news. I'm at a hotel in New York, and I thought for sure they would have Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel here, and they don't. And I called. I'm trying to get it, but I don't know what to do. I'm so bummed out because the hotel I normally stay at has the channel. Anyway, I'm going to see if maybe I can get a link to my movie so I can watch it along with you guys. Like, I'll play it when it would normally start and pause at commercials. But the whole point is I'm supposed to be live tweeting with you guys along with the movie. And I know this is Insta Story, but hopefully you can join me over on Twitter. And I'm going to figure out, maybe I'll just be answering questions and not watching along. That's okay. Hey, I've been live tweeting Aurora Tea Garden. And thank you for all of you who told me I went to Sling TV and I signed up for the 7-day free trial. I'm getting canceled. But I couldn't figure out my DirecTV access code. But I'm online. Tweet me.
Okay. Yeah.
Girl, you could have just had
What?
another deal.
Oh, yeah.
She just blew it with Sling.
She did.
Yeah.
That was not an ad for Sling.
No.
She just literally needed Sling. And
Well, I'm going to cancel it right after it, but you know what I mean.
right. No, Candace. Seize that opportunity and say, oh, yes, you can get a Sling /Candace /Candace.
She's like, you know what? Sling TV, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, on it.
Right. But she's like, Sling TV? What a crappy service. Don't get that. Just get cable.
Just cancel it after.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
You
Missed
idiot.
opportunity. She could have been slinging that sling.
Yes, she could have been slinging the sling. Do you know a lot about Candace Neftali?
Yes, I've heard of her of the Full House. I have not gotten on the Fuller House train, but I am aware of her and her fascinating brother, who from his own TV show
Yes.
and movies and books.
I mean, that guy,
Crazy. He great.
that's like
He
cult,
legitimate.
that's like cult
Yes.
crazy. That's
Colt-
to the cult
Colt
part.
Cameron, right?
Colt Cameron.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Yes, but Candace, she likes Twitter, Drew. You don't like Twitter, but she live tweets all her movies. So she'll probably be
When
live
they
tweeting her
air?
Christmas movie. Yeah, when they're on, she's like live tweeting along.
Was
with
there
people.
one of hers, or was it?
She
or
does
was it a past
the
one?
Aurora Tea Garden movies, so this was like an older one.
Okay.
She has like 4 movies out a year on Hallmark now.
Oh wow! Like that she's in, or that she's
she's
written or
in.
produced.
That she's
Oh
in,
wow!
yeah.
She probably produces them. She definitely doesn't write them.
I mean,
But
maybe
yeah,
she
so
does.
she does. She's filming one now, another Aurora Tea Garden. You can tell by on her Instagram stories when she has red hair,
Oh,
which is her character. That's how she has different characters. She changes her hair color.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
that's the extent of her acting.
That's actually all you have to do.
Yeah.
Change
her
your hair
voice
color.
sounded different. Her voice sounded like a Puerto Rican mom almost a little bit. I was like, oh, like just like I was like, oh, I was like,
just now.
yeah, like her voice. It sounded like she's like, okay, I gotta find this link. Like it just sounded like she sounded very mom like.
I love it. I mean, well, she is a mom, so
mean, she
that
is a
makes
mom.
sense.
Yeah.
Not a Puerto Rican mom.
Yeah, she was close. She was good, but that doesn't mean she gets any liberties. Throwing certain words around. But
Although I'm gonna say,
Yes, thank you. Yes.
I'm gonna stick with my conspiracy of
Yeah.
her that she actually, she's actually a genius.
right.
She's actually an atheist genius that knows exactly how to get a ton of people to love her.
Sure.
yeah, because she definitely looking at her social media, she hits a lot of certain buttons and topics,
does.
and
I think
she's
so. I think this is
nobody's
a
gonna be bothering
conspiracy.
her. Nobody's
I'm
gonna be bothering her.
I want to keep this conspiracy thing going.
Okay. Well, you'll just have to break it down, Drew.
I will.
Okay.
I'll start breaking it
Neftali, where can we find you on social media? You have anything you'd like to plug at this time?
I guess follow me on what is it? Instagram. Twitter I'm rarely on, but
Okay.
Instagram is my drug of choice at Gorilao, GORILAO. I had to think about it for a second. Ooh.
I know it's hard to spell.
Yeah, or just look for me, Neftali Morales, on there. At Gorilao, GORILAO.
Very fun.
Right.
Drew, where can we find you?
As always, you can find me at Drew But With Pants on Instagram.
Yes, and you can find me at Patrick Miguel. Thank you, Neftali, for being here. It's very fun to have you and just to see you in general. I just
Thank
love you
you.
so much. And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can call us at 872-267-4117 or email us at lifetimeoncourt. I forget what it is. Email us. I don't care. And, check out us on Instagram and all the things. Don't forget to rate and review us on podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.